The matchup for the ages is set. Notre Dame, Fighting Irish, Ohio State Buckeyes, National Championship. It promises to be a good one, folks. Let's give you a quick snapshot of this Buckeyes team, everything they bring to the table, and one of the most talented rosters we've seen over the last couple years of college football. Here's what to expect as a Notre Dame fan. Ryan Roberts from A to Z Sports breaking down everything Notre Dame football. We now know who Notre Dame's opponent will be in the national championship, and it is a very familiar foe, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Notre Dame obviously has not played them this year, but they've had two very tough outings with them, both in 2022 and 2023 recently. They enter the playoffs as one of the big contenders, the team that many people expected to be here in the end. But the last couple of games, especially, even before beating Texas, we saw this team really rounding into form. Offensively, it's about the abundance of playmakers. You're going to see Jeremiah Smith talked about a ton, this true freshman star wide receiver, Emeka Egbuka, Carnell Tate, Travion Henderson, Quinshad Judkins. Notre Dame has mostly been tremendous tackling in space this year, but they are going to be put in a very difficult position because there's talented athletes everywhere. Notre Dame on the second level, third level, they need to do a great job because they have a long list of players that can make a difference with the ball in their hands, and the Irish have to be ready for that. As good as the offense is, the defense may be even better for the Buckeyes, and it starts with the first level, and there's stars on all three, which we'll get into, but it really starts with this talented defensive line. JT Tuimoloau, Jack Sawyer, defensive ends, and have seemingly been there forever, but the interior is just as good. We have Tyleik Williams, potential first-round pick at defensive tackle. Ty Hamilton is a very solid and underrated football player on the college level as well and has some NFL projection for in his own right. So we're talking about a deep defensive line. On the second level, it's about speed. Coney Simon has been a big breakout this year. Obviously, the younger brother of former Notre Dame linebacker Shane Simon. Cody's kind of been that stalwart in the middle at middle linebacker and inside linebacker, but the player to watch, rangy athlete, Sonny Styles. Of course, Notre Dame fans mostly remember him from his recruiting days. Notre Dame obviously did a good job in that recruitment, but he ended up staying in the Buckeye State. Very talented, rangy player on the second level. And then if there is a position that might be the deepest on this team overall, maybe outside a wide receiver, I know defensive line has an argument, as I've already stated, but the secondary is amongst the best of college football. You are going to see Denzel Burke. You're going to see Caleb Downs. You are going to see Latham Ransom. This is a Jordan Hancock. There is a lot of really good defensive backs. This Notre Dame wide receiver core has been obviously very inconsistent throughout the year, but we saw them have a nice outing against Penn State. So we're going to need to see Jaden Greathouse. We're going to need to see Bo Collins. We're going to need to see this talented wide receiver core for Notre Dame that has been underwhelming at points. Need to mix play against the Buckeyes. If you all want some instant analysis and continued analysis of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish as they take on the Ohio State Buckeyes National Championship, make sure to go to A to Z Sports. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to get you every and all of the information you want leading up to this football game. And as always, go Irish.